thingamajiggy, I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate.
All right. Good morning. This is our first of three required public hearings prior to the governing body setting millage rate for the 2016 calendar year. Wait, my phone. No, that's what I just looked. Okay. All right. I should start over. This is the first of three required public hearings prior to this governing body setting the millage rate for the 2016 calendar year. Per the charter, the city of Villa Rica is required to use the county assessment for the year in which the city taxes are to be levied. Furthermore, the council is authorized to establish tax millage rate each year after the submission of the budget to the council to ensure the necessary revenue will be available to meet the appropriations provided for in the budget. An additional millage rate may be levied for the retirement or bonded indebtedness. Therefore, having properly noticed this meeting and advertising a placeholder millage rate of 6.5 mils, this council now will open the floor for public comment. Those wishing to speak are requested to approach the podium. State your name, your street address for the record, and confine your comments to 3 minutes. So now we'll open the floor for public comments.
Madam Mayor, City Council
Yes.
members, my name is Michael Young. I live at 9634 Coastal Point Drive, Villa Rica. That's Mirror Lake.
Is that on?
It's off, it needs to be turned on. Save
You all can hear it?
Not yet, because I know it's off, because I had it on. Save the data.
Testing, testing.
Maybe it just has
Do
to
I
be
need-
closer.
You like Shirley and redo it?
There you go.
Madam Mayor, City Council members, my name is Michael Young. I live at 9634 Coastal Point Drive in Mirror Lake. My comment is they're going to raise the millage rate 7.47%, but this public notice does not indicate why the increase may be necessary. You know, the tax digest may decrease, the budget may be increasing, but it doesn't give any kind of commentary on why an increase may be necessary. And I think if you know of some issues, then that should be in the public notice. Thank you.
If you're too tall, the thing doesn't work. My name is Woody Holland. I live at 643 Old Tanyard Road, Villa Rica. That's in Carroll County. Carroll County, as you well know, sent out property reevaluations this year. My house went up like something like 20%. We have a lot of rental property. A lot of that went up a bunch. We have some vacant lots that went up 25 times. That's not 25%. That's 2,500%. On vacant lots. So there's really no rhyme or reason what the county has done, which puts you guys in a hard place. But so far, I've heard no assurance from the city of Villa Rica is not going to use this opportunity to have a tax increase and blame it on the bad work done by the county. The term placeholder may be something to you folks, but it doesn't mean anything to us. It sounds like political mumbo-jumbo. I ask for some motion or written position on the council's intentions to keep the dollars paid in Carroll County's residents the same as they were in 2015. That makes us all feel better. We're in two counties, and I said this before, that it's the idea that we should all be paying the same taxes probably doesn't really make sense because the two different counties treat the city of Villa Rica so differently. I see a day coming soon that we should have different tax rates for different counties or residents. The idea would also fix the unfair bonus that the people in Douglas County receive to the tune of $300,000 annually to subsidize the fire protection in their area. Thank you very much for your time.
Is there anyone else that would like to?
Larry Coors, 115 Maple Valley Drive, Villa Rica, Georgia. I'll be short and to the point. I'm for your placeholder. We'll discuss the final millage rate after the digest has been submitted to the Revenue Commissioner. and has been accepted by the Revenue Commissioner in the Department of Revenue and the Property Tax Division. There's a lot of what twos, what fours in Code Section 48-5, and it would behoove you to go to the website online for the OCGA, just follow the little instructions, put your name in, do the math figure, punch, go down to 48-5, and go down and read in the 200s, 100s and 200s, which is what you're dealing with. The others will deal with things like intangible taxes, which you are involved with, but not here today for this purpose, for this discussion. You'll then get to find out a lot about the makeup of the Board of Assessors, your agent. Your agent has been reported in the newspaper as being barely compliant in staffing. And as you're going to hear from all of us through the period of this hearing, the periods of these 3 hearings, you're going to find out that the deficiency in staff down there is glaring. And the method that they're using for evaluation for you as your agent is described in the parcel evaluation manual. And it's in the rules and regulations under the Secretary of State's office in section 560-11-10-.09. And the procedures manual is quite lengthy on purpose, but it should be a lot further, it should have a lot more detail to it as to how the methods are done. There are 3 methods of evaluation: the income method, the comparable method, and then the what we call the acre value method. And they're all set out, the parcel method. And the parcel method is what they're using. And the parcel method, they're going to manipulate, I believe, best I can figure, they're manipulating the land value. And also then going back and manipulating a piece of data in your house value. What I was going to say was my house went up 28.3%. Your property, Mr. Carter, went up 24.7%. The one that was interesting was Verlin Best, and his only went up 6%. And I apologize, Ms. Marchman, I don't have yours. But the McPherson Family Trust, your value went up 47%, mainly because your lot value wasn't bad. Your acre value is $19,608, which is kind of the 20,000 is their target for the acreage valuation.
That's the 40s.
The some of the things that are missing that are very glaring, which really upsets me, which is what I've done, spent an awful lot of time on. There's a lot more to this spreadsheet than what I brought up, because it's spread out about another 2 pages wide, is what is missing and what are the errors and omissions on the record. You have a neighbor, Ms. McPherson, that has a basement, has a finished basement across the street that is not in its square footage valuation for value purposes. Your house does not have a basement, so therefore if you're comparing apples to apples, just looking at it from the street, we go, no problem. We got about let's see if I remember what you. No, sorry, I didn't bring your square footage, but square footage analysis. But the point is that not all things are in evaluation. The other thing they did for us that I don't think you know about was for the tax year 2015, they approved and applied a $2,500 accessory charge across your parcel, no matter what. So if you've got a driveway and you mow the lawn, whether you've got shrubbery or not, they assessed you $2,500 for property improvement.
You got 3 minutes.
I know. So I ask you that to go back and have a serious heart-to-heart discussion with your agent, and are they actually representing us? Larry Kors, 115 Maple Valley Drive, Villa Rica, Georgia. Thank you.
What's the 2,500 for?
You mow the lawn.
Oh, I'll stop.
You put a driveway in. You gotta take your lawn, you gotta put it back in the woods and they'll still
Then they'll
charge you
get you,
$25.
the city will get you for being a nuisance.
Now I'm too far off the
They
road.
also got it kind of for these things that you've kind of forgot, like carports and sheds, and they don't know about, or something, the doghouse. It's all 25.
Anyone else that would like to speak for or against this? Please come forward. All right, if there's no more public comment, this portion is hereby closed. This concludes the business of the council. You know, we do have a meeting this evening, but before we dismiss, we have an oath of office for Mr. Spake. Close out, okay.
Ceremonial, but not as
Okay.
because you didn't advertise.
All right,
it.
okay. All right, so if there's no one else, we'll close out this portion of the meeting and we will adjourn. We will meet back this evening at 6 o'clock for the second portion of the hearing. And the,
Second public hearing, yeah.
and the third one will be September 1st. Both of those will be at 6 p.m. So this is the second public hearing. Thank you all for coming. And now we will have the oathing ceremony, the oath of office for Mr. Spake, who is joining our Public Housing Authority Commission.
For those that in the audience who don't know, so the council, the mayor's already made an appointment with confirmation council, so she's just in her powers and duties as the mayor is going to actually swear him in. So she could do this anywhere, she could do it even at your house, but she elected to do it here. So I didn't want you to be confused as to why this wasn't advertised. So, all right, if you'll, I'm gonna move this just because we like the video, put you on the web and all this other good stuff.
I, Monroe Spake, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Georgia according to the law and to the best of my judgment and ability. I am not a holder of any public money due to state unaccounted for. I am not the holder of any office of trust under the government of the United States, nor of any one of the several states, nor of any foreign state. Neither am I an officer or employee of the city of Billerica. I am a resident of the place required by law. I do further swear to be bound by the following. I pledge myself to the professionalism of housing commissioners through my own efforts and through the mutual efforts of my colleagues and by all other proper means available. I pledge to view my service on the housing commission as an opportunity to serve my community, my state, and nation, because I support the objectives of providing a decent, safe, and sanitary home and a suitable living environment for every American family. 3, I pledge to recognize that my responsibilities are to serve in this capacity as a governmental official, a community leader, and an advocate for the commission, its programs, and objectives. I pledge myself to seek and maintain an equitable, honorable, and cooperative association with fellow public housing officials and all others who are concerned with the proper and professional management of public housing developments. I pledge to try to make decisions in terms of the most economical and efficient method toward the best interest of all citizens, particularly those of low and moderate income. These decisions will provide an equal opportunity for all citizens regardless of race, creed, sex, or age. I will recognize that my responsibility is not to make the day-to-day management decision of the authority, but to see that it will run by carrying out policy-making, planning, and appraisal functions, and by providing direction and taking normal action in support of these functions. Lastly, I pledge to refuse to represent special interests and partisan politics or to use this commission for personal gain or for gain of friends or supporters. I recognize that although I have been appointed by the city government, my responsibility is to the entire community. Do you swear to this?
I hereby swear.